So you want to know what it's like being a contestant on The X Factor? I'm about to tell you. So this question is from Bernadette Fagan. Did you make any friends there?
Oh, friend!
Yeah, I made some fantastic friends. And friends for life, I would say. Max Stone, Boopsy, just having them as support really, really helps. So the next question is from Des at Desmond A. Clark. He wants to know, what was my support network like? Well, I have to say my parents are amazing. They were there pretty much for most of the journey, so it was really nice to have them around. And also I could not have gone through this process without you guys.
Thank you.
And next up we've got a question from Judith at Judith Bless. Was there a point that you felt like quitting? Yes. It is such a tough and brutal process to be involved in, and you know, it really does take some strength, some real strength to get through it. The time that I felt like quitting was when I went to boot camp. I remember walking into the hotel and just seeing all these like amazing singers, you know, just walking around, and I'm like, damn! Okay, I can't do any of that. But it was fine, like it's part of the experience, and it really did help me to become much stronger in myself and just to know who I am. So I'm glad that I persevered through that, and yeah, I managed to get as far as I did in the competition without actually quitting. My Kerrie A fans want to know, what is Simon like behind the scenes? You really want to know? He's actually really nice. He was very supportive, and he made me feel very comfortable, especially when I went to perform in France. I did feel like it was a performance in his living room with just him and Louie there.
I like the way you make me feel about you, baby. I want the whole wide world to see. Oh, you got the best of my love. Oh, you got the best of my love.
Up next is Thomas Tyrell's question. He wants to know, what was it like meeting Louie Tomlinson? Louie is a sweetheart. He is so lovely, and what I love about him is his quirky sense of humour, and he came to sit and have dinner with us after we performed for him, so it was nice just to kind of get to know him in a much more relaxed environment, and he was really easy to talk to. Michelle Francis wants to know, was I happy with the songs that were chosen for me? I liked the songs that I sang, and obviously there are things that I would love to have done differently. The songs that I sang, though, I felt weren't necessarily me, but I was really trying to show that I can take whatever was thrown at me and make it my own. And I kind of feel like that's what I did. So this question has been asked by so many people, specifically Sandra Benetton. This is probably the question of the century for me. Why did Simon call me old-fashioned? When anybody finds out, please let me know. Kaylee Patterson's asking, how do you feel now you are out of the competition? How do I feel now I'm out of the competition? Relieved?
Finally. Get off. Yes.
It's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of stress. When I finished, and I did feel that sense of, oh my God, what am I going to do now, sort of thing. But you quickly get over it, and especially me being the type of person that I am, like, no, you just got to keep it moving. I don't have time to dwell on things that were not for me. So I take the experience and I learn from it, and I really feel like I've grown since the experience. Mark Rogers is asking, what is a typical day like on the X Factor? Filming, filming, filming. So just in, Tara Johnson wants to know, who was the crush you were referring to in the Heat magazine interview? Ah. He was not a contestant.
Well, now that's been cleared up.
Really tall, fair hair, and he was just such a lovely guy. He gave me so much encouragement and he made me feel like I could conquer that stage. Any guy that can do that for you is definitely worth having a crush on.
It's just a little crush.
Jason Lightfoot is asking a question a lot of people have asked actually. Are you going back on the X Factor next year? That's a really easy answer. I'm done.
Alrighty then.
Michael Hartwell wants to know if my category got on. I'm not a gossip queen, but I will tell you, we are humans and life is not a bed of roses, and sometimes it is a bed of roses. Mary Saunders is asking, why do I think I didn't get through to the live shows? That's a good question. I think plain and simply, I just wasn't what they were looking for. It's opened so many doors for me, it's connected me with the right people. So as far as I'm concerned, I've won enough to keep my career going. Joy Armstrong is asking, now that I'm out of the competition, who am I rooting for? Ooh, that's a tough one because I like quite a few people. I'd have to say Lauren. I think Lauren is such a beautiful person and you know, she's incredibly talented and you can really see how much she's growing throughout the competition. So I'm rooting for Lauren. So there was a random stranger that I met last week. I don't know their name, but I told them that I was on the X Factor and I told them my journey. And they asked me, people have such funny ways in phrasing questions. They said to me, don't you kind of feel that you came back for nothing now that the X Factor's over for you? What a pessimistic way to live your life. No, I've come back at the right time for me and the right time for the things that I want to do. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. I have absolutely no regrets in leaving Dubai. But Dubai will always be there. It will always be my second home.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
So thank you to everyone who sent in their question. I hope you have liked and subscribed to all of my social media channels. If you have not, click this button here. Make sure that you're following me on all of my social media channels. You can find me on Twitter at @officialkerrie.A, and I'm also on Facebook and Instagram under the name of Official Kerrie-Anne. So I'll put all the details in the description box below. And make sure you stay with me on this journey. There's so much more to come. Thanks guys, take care.